Hey, what's up, everybody? And good morning. Welcome to Nico de Gallo's Coffee in Baldur's Gate. I have some shit I have to do later, but I'm just gonna prep for my game while I play it, or learn something while I play this. I'll have a friend on voice only, though. And when they hop on, they'll be teaching me a little bit about how to play Brindlewood Bay, because I'm running a session for my first time. And if you're the type who plays D&D or Daggerheart, you might have heard of Brindlewood Bay. Brindlewood Bay is also a TTRPG. It leans a lot more heavily into the roleplay aspect of it, though. So it's not about hard checks and stuff. It's a bunch of old ladies trying to solve eldritch mysteries. And it's very much like Murder, She Wrote. Also, while I'm doing this, Twitch feels the need to categorize my streams, which is fine. But the problem with that is, if I do anything different, I have to like manually go into Twitch and then recategorize what my stream is. And obviously, when I'm running Baldur's Gate, everything runs super duper slow. So I'm just gonna... Yeah, it shows it as Daggerheart, so let's switch that to Baldur's Gate. Done. And let's do my live. I guess that would be under my videos? Creator Studio. I can't be fucked. Okay. I'd rather just play and enjoy my morning. I don't know if it's like my ADHD meds, but there's so much stuff that takes like a certain amount of prep work to like make happen instead of it just happening. And it ends up being significantly less fun because you're trying to do something like the right way and you end up not even doing the thing at all sometimes. Love that hot coffee in the morning. Also, I'm gonna need to work on like the thumbnails on some of these. And I'm gonna have to add these to my playlist. Okay, that's, you know what, that's some admin bullshit that I'll do later. But I can't be bothered right now. Alright, here we go. Make Discord big for in case it turns out I have friends. Let's hop into Baldur's Gate. So yeah, Brindlewood Bay. I'm really excited to run that. It's like 8:30 here right now. I'm going to be running that at 11. So in a couple of hours, I'm probably going to hop off just to do some final prep. Because fortunately, it's a really lightweight game to run. But like with any game, you have to actually know what the rules and stuff are. Okay. So let's see, travel through the Underdark. I know I can go to Moonrise Towers through here. Find a cure, artifact secrets. Right, so this is the new thing. It's new for Save the Refugees. I got died before the Tiefling. Oh, okay, so you could argue that I saved the refugees in my own special way. Build a Duergar, Grimforged Gnomes, this is all related. Ancient Tome. Okay, so none of this is important. Druid's Grove, not important. Shadow Curse Lands. Moonrise Towers, not important here. Baldur's Gate for the artist, not important. Travel through the Underdark is important. Ah, but it literally is just meander. Okay. Personal quest. None of this is important. Discover the artifacts. Not important. Underdark. Okay. Yeah. Fight some Duergar. Man, they go straight to killing. Let's see. I can go over there. Or map. Lake. Arcane Tower. I think the Susser tree's over here. Let's go north on the map. Maybe I'm wrong. I think it's this way.
With haste.
There's that masterwork weapon quest. Yeah, here we go. I'm gonna fight some hook horrors. I also really
Fleshwalker, tongue reach into memory. Tell me of home.
It cringes in response to your sunny vision. It
Okay.
reveals its own home in reply. A humid cove filled with
Hey,
decaying
what's up,
myconid
Arthur?
corpses.
Also, sorry, you'll notice there's a delay from when the chat pops up for me and stuff, and then the delay after I respond, but hi Arthur. For those of y'all who don't know, Elven Tower is an entity made of a brothers duo, one of which I'm friends with, Arthur. Super nice guy. They make maps and adventures and guides for adventures. Just, I mean, what a fantastic resource.
I mean to join you.
Check out their Patreon. Let's see.
In death, your foe becomes your ally. I
Spore
will
serpents.
raise it. You may command it.
Very well, come on through.
In the
Nice. For now, though, you can just aim. I wasn't gonna. What's happening? Oh my god, that's some bullshit. You're telling me. Oh my god. You're telling me that it broke to a cutscene, and during the time it broke to the cutscene, my companions walked into a noxious. I'm obviously loading the game. That's so stupid. So basically, it froze them on a patch of spores that did damage to them. I'm sorry, that's not my fault. I'm not gonna burn a short rest or camp supplies to make up for some weird computer something or other. No, y'all are too kind. Honestly, hold on, let me report this. And if you guys see bots in the chat, I know that some of y'all are on YouTube, and most of the time, honestly, they come up on Twitch. But what I was gonna say is, yeah, really, I couldn't have had my family campaign without y'all's notes. It was paramount to me developing the bond I have with my brother. Also, Arthur, if you want to like hang, I don't know if you're in my server, my Discord server, but I'm simultaneously in the voice chat there, so like we can actually talk if you want to just like be chatting in the background while I play games and stuff and don't have to dedicate yourself to typing on the computer. Honestly, it makes it more fun for me sometimes to have people to chat with because I have played this game before, so I end up like bored is the wrong word. I definitely don't get bored, but I can kind of just get in the zone because, like, because I put this before. Okay. So I passed by Glut like around here, maybe it was. There we go.
Flesh reach into
It cringes in response to your sunny vision.
Oh,
It
yeah.
reveals its own home in reply.
Hop in the
A
silly
humid
business voice
cove
chat if you'd like.
Filled with decaying,
Be company.
lichened corpses.
Yay! I'm gonna have a friend.
Duergar destroyed my people. This circumstance, I have heard the song.
Very well, you can join me. But you can join me later. 'Cause I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm gonna do something else.
It is time. Come to the circle.
I'll come get you. Hey, what's up, Arthur? Welcome, welcome. Just so you know, it's not capturing your audio. I can if you want to be part of the stream, but by default I don't because I never know who does or doesn't, you know? Okay, cool. What's up? What are you up to this morning? Nice. Nice. No, that's perfectly fine. I'm gonna be equally distracted. I was even just about to get up to grab some coffee, because my cup's empty. But I like, you know me, I love having a body double, and you know how in the zone I can get when I have one. Oh, okay. Go ahead and just mute the stream, because it's nice to have you as like a viewer, you know, for my numbers. But at the same time, you don't have to give yourself brain scramblies.
Might be
Yeah.
useful.
One time I was setting up a stream, like an actual play stream, and I remember what really messed me up was when I was running the stream, I was using something called Video Ninja, which lets you get like people's camera and stuff in a much higher quality than you normally would. Same thing with the audio, and you can kind of control volumes and things like that. Really handy. But I had a monitor, like an audio monitor, so I was from multiple directions. So I heard everybody and what they were saying through Video Ninja, and again through what's it called? OBS as the channel for Video Ninja. So it was a second monitor of the same audio, and then I also had desktop audio on, so it's like the overall audio of everything coming through my computer, which included the things I just mentioned. So I had the same voice, like someone started laughing, and it was like that scene in Elf right before he faints because he just realized he's like not an elf. And it's like you see the jack-in-the-boxes moving around in circles on the screen, and it's just like cackling maniacally, and that's what it felt like. Yeah, it was the same person laughing, but it was coming through slightly delayed on 3 different channels. So I was hearing this laugh, like, in other words, what you were experiencing, but with an additional voice, and all at the same time. And it was like she was like laughing really hard because whatever happened was very, very funny, but it meant that it sounded like I was going nuts. It was so. I was like I think I was a little bit traumatized for that experience too, because I was trying to do an actual play stream. So I was trying to make too many things happen at once, and that's probably on me. Let's find out. I'm level 4, and I really want to get to level 5 for all those extra attacks and stuff. Yeah, they changed very little, and really just to, I don't know if the word is, well, definitely to streamline, but also some stuff just doesn't make sense to do it the way they do it in a tabletop game, you know? Yeah, like polymorph specifically turns people into sheep, and that's it.
Gouges.
Off about this
Something's
tree.
marking its territory. Best be careful.
But yeah, almost everything. This is if you're a forever GM and you can't get anyone to run a game for you, this is like the closest you're going to get to the experience of actually getting to play Baldur's D&D. And also, because in a lot of my videos when I complain about how complicated D&D can be, I mean, in response, I usually get 2 people. One is 3rd edition players who are like, this is nothing compared to 3rd edition. And then the other one is, what do they call, give me a second here, my brain's like not working right for some reason. 3rd edition players. Oh, and then just people who are like, you're too stupid to get D&D, that's why you're complaining about this. And that's obviously really annoying because some of those videos I'll like outright mention Pathfinder, which is like even more complicated than D&D. But they've never played Pathfinder, so they don't actually know like what they're talking about. So they're like, you're an idiot, you just don't get D&D, you couldn't possibly wrap your brain around the complexities of it. And I'm like, even the fact that you're saying that on this video specifically tells me you don't know what you're talking about. So I put it on Tactician. Super thorough, but again, that's why I put it on Tactician. So that way, I'm playing on hard mode, and no one can say that I don't have the wherewithal or the smarts to do it. I'm proving it to the internet. And once I prove it to the internet, then all my problems in life will be solved, and I'll finally accept myself for who I am. I'm just kidding. Just making a joke. Oh, yeah. So you know what's up. You know what's up.
What's next?
So if let me put my blade singer on. So this is actually multiple panels overlaid on each other. If I click common, these are all things that are completely independent of my class sorry, these are all abilities that are either the standard ones, right? Like dashing, jumping, throwing items, disengaging, stuff like that. Then you've also got weapon masteries hadn't come out yet for 5.5. So to compensate, they said, well, what if certain weapons allow you to do certain kinds of attacks, right? A longbow lets you do a hamstring shot. A short bow lets you do a piercing shot, stuff like that. So that's what some of these weapon, like orangey red ones are. This one is just a regular main hand attack. Then Flourish and Piercing Strike are 2 special attacks that come along with the Rapier. You can use these special weapon attacks once per short rest, and that's pretty standard with all the weapon attacks. It's a really cool mechanic, and it's a cool alternative. It's saying like each weapon has its own specific use. So I like that. and different weapons will mix and match different like special attacks. And like I said, they come back on a short rest, which lines up with like if you're a fighter who, you know, uses a lot of different weapons and stuff. This is also my racial ability, and summon familiar or find familiar is here because it's like a story game related thing instead of like a version I can equip for my wizard spell. And some of these are all item related because I have an amulet of color spray and a talisman that lets me use speak with the dead. Then the wizard tab is all my wizard spells that I have prepared for the day. Items are items. I have more items, I just don't have them there. Passives are stuff that like can come from a weapon or can come from your class. It doesn't matter. In this one, this is the non-lethal damage, but like Karlach has a hammer where you can toggle on and off the passive of whether or not when she jumps it does thunder damage to everyone nearby, which is good to be able to turn off because I keep on hurting myself because the whole party jumps as a unit automatically, and then everyone gets hit by her thunder. Actually, yes and no. This is actually everything. So you know how I was able to sort them out based on the category, like common, wizard, items, passives. Then if I look up here, the circle is all the things I can do as an action regardless of their category. And then the triangle is everything I can do or use as a bonus action regardless of the category. And this whole area above tracks your resources. So when this is grayed out, it means I've used my action. Same thing for the bonus action. Arcane Recovery, which is great for people who, you know, the Bladesinger, for example, has all these, or wizards have these once per long rest abilities and stuff like that. And if I drink a potion of haste, there'll be 2 little green circles here to say that I have 2 actions. Again, this is all the kind of automated admin stuff that like can make D&D a lot simpler. And like I said, you can go in 2 directions. You can use VTTs or a game like this to automate the complicated stuff for you, or you can go, I'm just not going to deal with the complicated stuff and go a simpler route. It's just game design stuff that I've been thinking a lot about since I started playing other games and talking to game designers, and wow, my coffee's kicking in.
I don't like these flowers. They're bad.
Let me... Yeah. Also, that's a special kind of flower that numbs or cancels out magic, so I'm going to send that to my camp so it doesn't make me not able to use spells. Also, I know I'm rambling. Apologies. Okay. And you are about to watch me fight some hook wars. Oh, beans. I tried to turn on turn-based mode so that I could get the jump on him. That's okay. As soon as I clicked it, it rolled initiative, so that's just the way the ass cracks. On the stream,
Have to keep going.
yeah, that's because it has to go through like an encoder and all this stuff, and then it has to go to, it gets broadcasted to a server, and then from the server it gets broadcasted to restreamed to YouTube and Twitch. Oh yeah, that's why. So in the chat right now in Discord, I have my OBS camera being streamed directly, so you can see like my audio and video in real time. When I said like to keep, yeah, when I said to keep the stream on, I just meant like don't close the window.
Karlach, it's go time.
Let's see. Yeah, no, I get what you mean. No, I feel you. Okay, let's see. So, hamstring shot. So this is one of my special attacks that I'm going to use on this guy. And Baldur's Gate, because there's 3D terrain, like there's elevation. So high ground. And this is... Exactly. And this is something that I like about Baldur's Gate, right? Is it's, you know, everything has to be pre-programmed in a way that you can't do in a TTRPG. And I'm not saying that's the part I like. What I'm saying is it means that if you lean into that, you could you can really get a lot more out of it that lends itself to that. So there's like a billion other conditions in this game that they don't have in regular D&D.
Finish this.
But because it's so much less finicky to have to deal with all these conditions, because again, they're just automatically applied and sorted out for you. And I'm gonna cast... Yes. Which is great because if you play D&D, sometimes people are really bad about understanding how a party needs to work together. Because, you know, doing something doesn't benefit you specifically. But when you play Baldur's Gate on your own, you realize, like, how the cleric synergizes with the rest of the party and stuff like that.
Make way.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And you can, you know, I made her a strength-based cleric. This is just not the way I'm trying to play.
Can't give up. Not now.
Or that you should at all. Or like if the cleric's going to use Guiding Bolt. Oh, that's the other thing too, right? Everyone had... Here, I'll explain the initiative in Baldur's Gate because it's different, but let me get more coffee. And then, after this stream, I'm going to be running Brindlewood Bay. I have a paid game. It's a TTRPG, super narrative. It's basically improv with a couple more steps, as opposed to, like, you know, games like D&D or Daggerheart have a lot of improv, but it's still ultimately like a game. Brindlewood Bay has very simple mechanics, but they rarely come into play. And it's, like, mostly just guided improv. But in Brindlewood Bay, you play old ladies, and it's like that old TV show Murder, She Wrote, where it was like the old lady who would solve crimes. It's super wholesome. You pick your... You can roll for all your choices, but you can pick, like, one of them is old lady names, right? And there's, like, a bunch of suggested old lady names. And then you pick your aesthetic, and it's like one of the aesthetics is called All the Cardigans, or one of the aesthetics is called, what's it called? Like Blouse Barn, or, you know, like Power Walker, stuff like that. It's really funny. Yeah. Yeah, I have fun doing it. Also, I've never tried typing in my live stream channel. To the chat, let's see what that looks like. Oh, cool. Oh, that's sick. Nice. Okay, that's actually way better. No, not at all. Right, so it's turn-based, just like D&D. Yeah. Yeah, so I know that there are things that are different, but this is much more D&D than it is not D&D. Do they really? Hmm. Interesting. Also, I wonder if I can set the restream bot to put the chat into, like, if I could make a voice channel where the chat comes in through there. So in the same way you're here talking to me, I don't have to have a separate chat open or a separate Discord window open to respond there. I can simply, like, answer and respond here. That's something I'll fiddle with later. Because right now I have... Yeah, sorry. Right now I have a Discord channel that's just live stream chat, and then I have this voice channel that I'm in, and they're two separate things, but it would be cool if, rather than having to have two separate things open at once, it's just, like, the call I'm in and the chat that it is for. We'll see. I'll see if I can do that later. Oh yeah, spiritual weapon. Well, I'm not going to use spiritual weapon right now. It's just the one. Just the one dude. Okay, I do hate how many cleric abilities are concentration, though.
So much for peace.
Can't afford to let up.
Sure, but, like, again, it's one of those things where it's like, because the game works like this, we just have to deal with that. And it's things like that that, like, again, the more I've tried other games, the more I've come to be aware of how many things are kind of annoying to deal with, and you go, well, but we have to, because there's this other game and other part of the game that's, like, designed in such a way that we have to have that, or else it would fall apart or not be fun. I genuinely think so, yeah. I'm already having to burn a spell slot, right? Like, they're already on limited resources and stuff. If something is so powerful that I just can't do them all, or I find that 90% of combat I don't use, like, 80% of my spells, what's the point of having all of these incredible concentration spells? Yup. That did not, oh, man. Yeah. Okay, next turn I'm going on down there.
Round.
But for now, it does look like he wants to hug me, huh? He's just a cuddly little fella.
Got it.
Okay, I think I still have the high ground even from here, so let's... Yeah. There we go. No dig vaginal. Partially because he's non-binary. It just worked out like that. Oh, right. And honestly, not a bad name. You know what? Fuck it, we ball. I gotta take... I don't know why I'm digging around with these... Digging around with these arrow crossbow bolts. When I should just be... Yeah. Yeah, I took too long doing all this shit. Oh, of course. Yup.
my time.
I was hoping to take the other one out, and I spent too long just chipping away. Yeah. Yeah. But it's fine. Yep. Let's see. If I use cleave, I can get 2 of these suckers. How much damage does cleave do? 5 to 10 versus my regular. Nah. We're gonna just do a regular one and try to take this guy down. Not enough movement? You know what? I'm gonna save scum. No, then the internet will hate me. Oh, you know what? No one's watching this. Nobody cares. Yeah, I just realized, like, who's watching this? Who's really gonna be like, you save scummer? Yeah, also, I was gonna say, in like a not complainy way, but the reality is, yeah, I did like stop, get coffee and stuff, and also I'm half awake, so I'm making a bunch of excuses, but I'm just gonna do it. Here we go. There's also certain like mechanical things that my brain, especially when I'm like half awake or whatever, because it's automated, it's like there's a lot to keep in mind, but your brain forgets to keep it in mind because the game does so much of it for you. And so there's tiny little things that have to do with measurement, or things that in an actual game I would just ask my GM, wait, so can I move here, or, you know, do this thing, and does it occur to me that
slow down.
You know, doing it this way will cause this problem, or doing it this way will cause this other problem, or something like that. And now, I just have to wait a second or two for the fire to dissipate.
What am I to do?
And there it's gone.
I have such a headache. I'll take that.
So we'll pick that up.
It feels like my magic is getting drained.
Yeah. Yeah. Salty Nick might join us too. He's gonna walk me through some Brindlewood Bay stuff. Yeah. Okay, first things... Well, no, I want to save the Elixir of Hill Giant Strength. I have some shit that's gonna go down later that I think I'm gonna want that for. What other elixirs or potions do I have? Let's see. Those are all quest items. Right. Camp supply pack. That shit can all go to camp. These are all generic mundane items that I might need later. And let's see, these 2 arrows I'll never use because I don't even have a bow on this character. I think I gave dexterity to Karlak because of unarmored defense. Okay. Neat. Ocean of Flying, don't need that. Oil of Diminution. Ooh. I'll use that Oil of Accuracy. That's fine. That's cool. And what does this do? Wizard Bane. Yeah, okay. I'll give that to Lae'zel. Oh my god, like 3 times. Yeah.
Need to find a way forward.
Man, that's hard to say. You know, I think that's genuinely pretty hard to say just because, like, there really is, like, a lot you can do. Gee, some people have done it in, like, an hour or 2. They just, yeah, because you don't even, like, click the answers. You just press the 1, 2, or 3 button, like the number buttons to give all the answers, and you don't listen to anything. You just skip, 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 skip. There's even mods to get rid of the dice rolling animation. Yeah. Let's see.
Now this is my happy place.
I did everything, yeah, 100%. 3 weeks. I can't tell you how many it was in, like, other specifics, but I can tell you that I spent, like, 3 weeks doing nothing but playing Baldur's Gate.
Behold the dance of death.
Yeah, well, and the other thing too is when I played it the first time, I got the flu. Yeah, I got sick, and I hurt my back like once, and it sort of recovered, and then I hurt my back again, and yeah, so it was this thing of like I was just stuck in bed for like a long time, not being able to do very much. At which point, you know, wow, I still missed. Let's see, first I got sick, I think it is. No, first I hurt my back, and about a week later I sort of recharged, or I recovered. And then I had a performance, a show, upon which soon after while I performed that show, hurt myself again. Yeah. Action surge. Well, first Pommel Strike and daze him. Now we action surge. And I'm gonna try tripping him. Nice. And I know we said I shouldn't, but he's right there, you know? So I might as well just smack him. Yeah, she's also, it's a war domain cleric, I forgot to mention. Now what's really... I know. I know. Okay, and now... Cool.
Still on my feet.
We can only hope, you know? We can only hope. Okay. Let's see, how much HP does he have? I can It's a rapier. Now, here's my question. Yeah, it is your bad. My question is, do I hope that I kill him with a... Oh, wait, if they're prone, it's an automatic crit? No, right? No. Well. He's still alive. Let's see. For whatever reason, though, Shadowheart gets to go first.
I will ascend.
I guess somehow he used his That sorts that out.
Best run away.
Okay, we're all gonna walk over here really quick. We're all just gonna hang out over here, just over here in this little spot right here. What we're gonna do is right over here. What we're gonna do is we're heading over here, and gonna check my alchemy kit, extract some ingredients. What kind of potions can I make? I'm just kidding. There's only one potion that matters, and it's always going to be potions of speed. A blade singer with potions of speed is just magical. Yes. Correct. This uses ashes and any salt. What do these elixirs use? Any ashes. And elixir of peerless focus. Right. Okay, that just gives you advantage on concentration checks and poison resistance. There's not a ton of poison enemies that I feel like I need to worry about. Coatings? Grenades? What's the grenade made out of? Vitriol and spider silk. Okay, I can't use those to make, I think, anything else anyway. No, but I feel like it would be really fun. You know, and I might definitely thinking about doing Elden Ring for no other reason than because it's hard and people might get a kick out of watching me, like, bitch and moan about it. Let's see. Okay, now we quick save. Short rest, everyone gets their stuff back. And now we walk back into it. Cool, waypoint discovered. Actually, that's what I should have based the save on. So we're gonna go back to where we were a second ago. This is being tactical. I'm all about tactics. I do also just genuinely think that, you know, in an actual D&D campaign, there's a lot more leeway for what you can get away with. Exactly. He's named his hook cores. He's gone crazy. Yeah. It's the equivalent to not positioning your minis very well. Let's, yeah, no kidding.
All right, then.
Boom. Oh yeah, I'm gonna attack this guy. And I'm gonna hit him with everything I got.
Gods, it's hot in here.
Yeah, it has a randomizer, so it's like rolling dice. The way initiative works, I forgot to explain, is
Count on me.
is that it rolls a d4 instead of a d20. So a lot of people end up with the same initiative, and oh my god, that shouldn't have, that was... Apparently I moved like an extra hair just far enough to provoke an opportunity attack. Again, that's the kind of like finicky video game stuff. I'm saying that like...
Taking position.
Because sometimes it's because... No, I know what it is like if the game, you know, if you move your cursor like a pixel to the right or whatever, it's going to automatically try to curl around certain things and objects in the ground, right? So it sensed like a tree root, and because of where I clicked, it was like, oh, you're trying to go here where you have to go around this tree root, which is going to make you go forward, and then you have to double back and shit like that. Okay, let's see. I'm going to try to trip this guy again. He saved, but it still hurt him. That's cool. Damn it.
My love!
But what I like about everyone having similar, what I like about everybody having similar, initiatives is they let you, if you got the same initiative or your allies are grouped together, you can choose who goes in what order and break up turns and stuff, which can be very helpful. And then does my girl need... Oh, right. This is not healing word. Oh, they're too far away for me to bless, too. I'll move Shadowheart over here just in case I need to do something with her. Oh, nice. Karlach's back. Ooh, okay. First of all... Smites use actions and bonus actions. Okay. That's super annoying. Yeah. Still annoying. Yeah, Etten, I just saw your message come through. I think I did say it uses a D4 instead of a D20. I might have said that immediately before you joined the call. Because we have somebody who just, Arthur, we have somebody who just jumped in and was like, I think it uses a D4 instead of a D20, and I'm like, yep. Yeah, they're really cool dudes. They do a ton of design for Daggerheart, not officially for Darrington Press, but they have like, it's called the Heartbeat, which is like a monthly zine that they do, and they come up with all these really cool adversaries and adversaries, one-shot mechanics, environments, just a lot of really cool stuff. Hey, what's up, Nick? Just a second. And I'm giving a lot of explanations. Well, I mean, like, I started doing this stream as a way to, like, have something to occupy me while I was, like, waiting for my meds or coffee to kick in the mornings. So, yeah, well, and also it's a great way to warm my vocal cords up if I'm gonna have auditions and stuff like that, you know? Correct. Don't sweat it. Okay, let's see. I'm currently concentrating on... Oh, that's fantastic.
Take you.
turn.
Another fight. Let's go.
Nice. Alright, I'm trying to decide what kind of concentration spell to cast, because if I use an attack or anything and deal damage, like, I lose Sanctuary on no dick. But if I... let's see. I could put, like, Magic Weapon, maybe? Am I concentrating on me? The Hook Horror and the Wizard over there. You know, I literally never use Magic Weapon. So I'm going to give that to Karlach. Okay. And I'll cast Healing Word on Karlach. And I'm gonna... that's Lae'zel. And I think I can help her by snapping her out of it. Or quick.
Don't waste a step.
Ow. That was half my HP. Let's see. Nice. Yeah, they had Blade Song like have extra mechanics, which I really liked. Totally diverges from D&D, but I don't care because I like it more. Nice. Oh, and it also prompts you, you know, all those like abilities that like you have to remember you have, or you might not use them because they apply in like certain situations or something. One of those, you know, is like Reckless Attack, right? Like you might forget to say I use Reckless Attack or something. So if you roll the hit and your hit is gonna miss, it says, would you like to use Reckless Attack to re-roll that? And I like that it reminds me of that. Hey, good morning, Vincent. Okay, let's see. Shadow Heart. Okay. Okay, so here's another one, right? Like I've casted Magic Weapon. or spiritual weapon. I have like a concentration spell going. Nobody, I mean, I guess I could heal people, but nobody like needs it all that bad. And if I move, I like, what I'm trying to say is, this would be cool to do literally anything else besides the few things I'm stuck doing as the cleric. I can't even cast like an additional buff or anything because, again, concentration, and I was just gonna bitch and moan about that. So, Sanctuary in this game, you know how in D&D Sanctuary is like you have to make a wisdom save, and then if you fail, you have to choose another target? I think it's too hard to have the game like randomly properly choose another target in a way that would make sense. So instead, the game makes it so that you simply can't target somebody who has Sanctuary cast on them. Which is fine. But that means that the person who casted, or... Oh, the caster can still hit people. I'm being silly. Oh, I could have attacked with Shadowheart.
Time to strike.
Ah, well. Yeah, no, I was being silly. Yeah, Sanctuary, at Entertainment said Sanctuary is sick in Baldur's. It totally is. Totally is. Yeah, he's sleeping. Thunder Wave, wow, okay. Oh, this son of a bitch Misty stepped. No, he's in death saves. It's fine. We'll just heal him.
Take you.
Can I reach you over there? Yeah.
Time to deal some punishment.
Cool. See, so even if I don't, like, properly land a hit on him, the bright side is it destroys one of his mirror images and brings his AC back down, which is good. And I'll use my... Let's see. I had that oil of diminution. Ah, well. What should I do? I guess there's not much to do.
Light on my feet.
I'll just move up a little bit.
Forever, pal.
Okay. Cleave. What kind of weapons can I do? I can cleave. I can use reckless attack. Let's just do a regular attack.
Ooh, fun.
Oh my god. This guy's really trying my patience here. And the spiritual weapon can only move so far. Okay.
Fury. I am death.
Yeah, but I want to raid his body for stuff.
Taking position.
So I'll jump here. And I'm gonna try to trip him. Oh, sick. Quick save. Okay. All right. Nick, let's talk Brindlewood Bay. Yeah, I can be data overboard. I was also thinking about, like, I was trying to figure out how spooky to make it go, so, maybe I could do, let's see. I wanted to have a hot yoga coach. I think that's who I'm going to start off as, and that's how all the gals know each other. They're all in the same yoga class or Zumba class, kind of like when I was in Zumba and it was a bunch of old ladies. And then let's see, what should the issue be? Do you have the mechanics, like the rule set, so I can have it on hand? You might... Just so I can follow along with what you're doing. Yeah. Or like a Google Drive link or something could work too. Also, there were definitely like potions and stuff on this table, and when I casted Shatter, I destroyed them for sure. There were definitely some items I could have picked up. Those are gone. They are gone now.
Rested enough. Now, forward.
Something good here. I hope.
Nice. Let me download everything first. Yeah, thanks for joining me, Arthur. Genuinely, it's, you know, when you're doing these streams, it's nice to have like somebody around to chat with. Because it's just, otherwise I'm like pretending I'm talking to people. It's, I don't know how, yeah. I don't know how other streamers do it. Yeah, no, I totally understand. I totally understand. Especially now we're going to be talking about games and stuff. And, yeah, and you are welcome in the future to join the call and just keep the video minimized. Because I'm the same way. If it's there, I'm going to look at it. Take care. Bye-bye. Hey, let me examine this. There's a couple of things I need to do. I want to make sure I do before I forget. Okay, examine this, and then read this. Guardian and Adamantine Forge, Dur no, something. Adamantine Forge, cool. Quest log updated. Excellent. Add this to wares. A spore grenade, that's neat. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is go back here to the Myconid colony. I'm just gonna like save and everything. And take a long rest before I forget to do that. Because I'm at a short rest and spell slots, and then I can really pay attention.
Have I been this way before?
Do you want to end the day? Yes. Does anyone want to talk to me? I don't see any exclamation marks over their head. Auto select. Full rest. No special cutscene. And I'm probably just going to end the stream too. Because I won't be able to talk about that game while playing this game and just holding it. Like, it's just too much of a cognitive load. Autosave successful. Okay, cool. All right, everybody. I'm going to go start prepping slash, like, learning some mechanics and stuff for a game I'm about to run. So thank you for popping in if you were here to watch the stream and watch Baldur's Gate. And thanks for chatting with me at Entertainment. It was great hanging out. If you are still around, everybody should check out Etten Entertainment's Daggerheart content on their Patreon. A lot of it's free, super fun. Like the claustrophobic camp environment was just little things like that. It's a hoot. And then Elven Entertainment, or Elven Adventures, Elven Tower. My friend who I was talking to on voice chat that you guys couldn't hear, so I sounded like a crazy person. They also have a Patreon, a lot of stuff for free, like 300 plus maps for free. So you don't have to pay for having exactly what you need. None of this is sponsored, by the way. And my friend Salty Nick, who's about to talk to me about Brindlewood Bay, also has like adventures and stuff up. Check out Salty Nick on YouTube, and on their YouTube they have a link to all of their other links because YouTube has that ability to post links, and so check out all their stuff on like RPG Trader, and we're working on converting one of their Cardio Goblins in the Missing Gains adventure to Daggerheart, so that'll be out probably in the next month or so. And everyone take care. All right,